So I wanted to make a video about fear. Not an easy topic to talk about, but definitely a big part of anxiety. What is fear? How is it created? How is it maintained? All questions that need to be known. Hopefully this will answer it. If it doesn't, please comment below and I'll answer it as best as I can. Again, things that I'm going through, things that I've read up on, things that I've experienced myself. I want to identify first. Everything I'm talking about is things that I've learned or actual life experiences. So, it's not that I'm a doctor. It's nothing that I can actually speak medically about. It's things that I've done and things that I'm doing. Please know that. It's things that I'm actually doing currently today. And what I've done in the past, what I know I will deal with in the future. But things that have helped me to identify what I need to identify to move forward. So, the question is, what is fear? It may not seem this way, and it may be hard to wrap your head around. But fear is strictly what's in your thoughts. I'm going to pause for a minute and let that sink in. Fear is in your thoughts. Every fear that I've created, I have thought up. Now, to go along with that, fear is also something that is followed by some sort of emotional reaction in most cases. If you take somebody who's scared of scared of a spider or a snake, it may have been done when they were a child or younger. The fear itself was put into their head to have them believe that spiders will give this reaction every time they see a spider. So, that is now their trigger. If I see a spider, I have this reaction based on a previous experience. But it's the thoughts that have created it. So if fear is created by our thoughts, I want to throw this concept at you. See how you take it. Obviously I won't see how you take it, but I'm very curious to see how you take it. And by sending a comment my way, hopefully that'll help, so that I can actually see how this is reacting to you. If thoughts are creating fear, different thoughts, can eliminate fear. Now, that may not seem likely. It may almost seem like a distant dream, because one of the worst diseases, I'm going to say, even though I don't like to call it a disease, is fear. Because it seems so overpowering. Almost like a distant view of what could actually make you happy. But the reality is, if you change your thoughts and challenge your thoughts and challenge your feelings, linked to those thoughts, you can overcome fear. Not easy. Don't get me wrong. Not easy. In fact, while you're doing what's scaring you, you are going to be scared the entire time. In fact, you'll probably wish the entire time that it was over. If it's a true fear, you'll feel that way. Now, there are different levels of fear, but I think what needs to be identified is the origin of fear starts right up here. Right up in your thoughts. So, I challenge you. Look at yourself in the mirror if need be, and see what is a fear. And it could start out to be a small fear. You're And it could be anything really. A small fear could be something as simple as, let's say, being scared of spiders. Now, I'm using that as my small fear because I'm not really scared of spiders. So to me, it's a small fear. To you, it may be a big fear. So you may not want to use the same one. But please note that it's only an example at this point. So my thought is, I'm scared of spiders. I go and I see a spider. What's my initial reaction? I get that sensation in my body that tells me I need to go fight or flight. I need to react to this because I'm scared of it. Because my adrenaline's kicked in, my anxiety's kicked in, I'm scared of this spider. In fact, to stand there and look at the spider, actually that's weird, I just got a spider web across my nose, that's weird. To stand there and look at the spider is building up your anxiety, building up your fear. Now that reaction with it heightens or enhances the fear. And that's how fear is built. That's how fear is built upon. So starting with a small fear, you can actually start with that and go, okay, how am I feeling? Because identifying how you're feeling, whether your body gets tense, whether you get that adrenaline rush, you get that feeling like I gotta go. Starting out by realizing that will help you to identify it at a later time when it's a bigger fear, and helping you to realize that, hey, I overcame that one fear and I'm still here. And if you start small, it's not as overwhelming. As you get bigger, you may want to look at something that's called a fear hierarchy. What is a fear hierarchy? Hierarchy. If you take a fear of elevators, write down, line by line, every step that you can think of, including the worst possible scenario that may happen when you encounter this elevator. Everything from, let's say it's at work, and you get out, and you know that you're going to go to your office building, and you're going to encounter this elevator. Seems weird when you say it like this, but really, the reality is this is what's happening in your head, or the potential of it. You write that down on a sheet of paper. Leaving the house could be one. Driving in the car to work could be another. Knowing that you have to park the car could be another. Knowing that you have to get out of the car and go into the building could be another. And for every single step on this fear hierarchy, right beside, you write a number from 0 to 10. 0 being, I'm perfectly calm, cool, and relaxed about the situation. 10 being, if I think about this anymore, I feel like I'm going to implode from within because I'm so scared. Kind of an exaggeration, but that's what I'm going for. So, you can write this fear hierarchy out, and then from there, sit in a comfortable location, whether it be your living room, your bed, whatever the case is, a comfortable location where you know you have control. And start with number 1. And if, let's say, step number 1 leads you to a number 2, then sit there and think about it until that fear goes away. Then you can go, or not even goes away completely, just to a point where it's manageable. And you're going through this impression in your head until it becomes manageable. And then you go to the next one. And again, let's say that gets you at a level 2 or level 3. You sit there and you visualize this thought until it goes away. And then when you get to the worst case scenario, it's not going to seem as overwhelming when you have to do it in person. Unfortunately, that's the next step. We'll take that up in another video. I'll leave it there. Something to think about. Comment below. Let me know.